Target here, so we're going to be doing another replay review for Somekid214 and Spirits. Alright, let me just watch the full thing through for a second. Obviously, Somekid isn't at the same exact level as Spirits. He does a really good job of getting that kick while also defending against that other spinning kick that happens there. When you go for, kicks like this, you always run the risk of not being able to fix your stance in time to get, out of the way of hits like that. Gets hit with the fist, but he doesn't let it shake him too quickly. He immediately charges back. This guy's stance, not very good. He's on one leg here, which he's going to be very easy to push to the right. Another strike. Boom. He tries to frame that punch away, but kind of misses. He has his arm right here that he could have used to kind of block that, but he doesn't. This is what I would have done. Drop that head down. Once out of danger, he can get out of there. He had that arm already up. I would have, boom, put that there just to buy yourself a little bit more time and just kind of get your head out of there. It's kind of a bad situation there. Fixes his stance. Spirit throwing a punch. Summers also does a good little block of the head. Moves his head to the side. He got his head out the way there. He got a little bit greedy. Who's in the more advantageous position? Arm is all the way back here. Spirits is way more comfortable with his striking. So I should be prioritizing like defending, making opportunities for myself. I would have instead continued to defend from this point, and I would have pushed my head further backwards from here. Gets clocked. Spirits adjusts his stance. Get lower so they can push in like this. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. So if you see this guy, he's charging into you. You probably want to start moving back a little bit. If you don't have a plan, he's got no guard right now. He's just kind of trying to frame out Spirits. Spirits is just going right around, and he goes right around his shoulder. He tries to punch him here. He goes right around his shoulder. This guy needs to stop doing that. And then he gets hit. Boom. That was a nice catch by Somekid. He's very off balance on this kick, and Somekid did a very good job at exploiting this. If I were Spirits, if he grabbed your leg right here, I would not have pulled the leg back so soon. I would have used this leg that was already here, and I would try to keep him at a distance. Your goal would be to get your leg back under you. You can pull him in for a grappling situation. Because he pulls him in, the weight kind of makes him fall over a little bit. If Somekid at this moment would have stepped outward, so instead of doing this, like that. If Somekid had done this instead, could have really taken advantage here. So that fall could have been saved if he just stepped out like that. So the fall happens, he steps inward, which causes him to stumble back. They both stumble, they both get up. You want to get your stance back before you start attacking again. But instead of waiting until he gets back up, he jumps at him. Spirit does a good job of recovering very quickly and turning around and getting him down, keeping him down on the ground. While he's on the ground, he keeps his foot on him, and he does a good job at putting his weight on top of him, keeps him from getting up, and then they go into a little bit of grappling. So he grabs his arm and keeps him down. The fight was pretty much over at that point. The replay shows why it's so important to have your stance correct, because every single mistake that Somekid made in this, and every single thing that Spirits did really well, it all had to do with stancing.